They won from Washington Redskins. They were all over town, you know.
What? That's just painful. It's just a very painful topic right now. I don't think anybody out there can be a happy Redskins fan right now.
But, you know, have you figured it out why? I have. And I have a suggestion for Mr. Dan Snyder.
Oh, I've got lots
I am
of
very
suggestions.
serious. You know, the day you moved out of Prince George's County, that's the day the Redskins started going down. Traffic is so bad, nobody likes to go there, but because they like Redskins, they find themselves, and they hate it. With that kind of a bad karma, you just cannot win any game. You know, I mean, that's number one. Number two, Washington was a great place for it, still is a great place for it. Your lease expires in 5 or 6 years. Talk to Mayor Fenty. He has a good ear. Get back to RFK. They have enough space. They can accommodate you and get that good karma back, you know. Prince George's County is not for you.
You know, what can I say? I was always happy to have the Redskins in RFK. There was a certain sort of ownership and pride you felt with them being right in the city of Washington. But it is kind of sad. And I think, you know, unfortunately, I also don't think that Mr. Snyder has managed to create a real good team spirit and morale, because we keep changing players every year, every other year.
Not only that, anything other than going to bathroom, folks, it costs you a ton of money at FedEx Field. Your hot dog costs more, your shirts cost more, and
he hasn't earned himself any friends, you know, with his latest ticket policies and the parking situations. He's not doing much to help the fans right now, and the fans are just doing everything they can to stay loyal. So I think he needs to pay a little more attention.
Folks, I don't know if you got an opportunity to see Oprah Winfrey's show Monday afternoon. You know, she does not advertise her guests because they tape it earlier than they show it. But their guests were Abhishek Bachchan and Aishwarya Rai Bachchan.
They've been in the news a lot lately. Now, everybody wants to know, is she ready to have, you know,
Baby.
Bachchan Jr.?
She did say that. She said, every time I put a little weight, the word goes out, I am pregnant. But one of the things that Oprah Winfrey said, she said they are more popular than Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. And she also told everybody that they have 5 billion fans.
Well, they are. They are a global couple as opposed to Brad. Well, I guess Brangelina is too. But you know, you think about how many people actually are a fan of Bollywood, and you just can't compete.
That's right. But one of the other things that I liked about is she asked them, so how did you propose to her? You know, we always think there must have been an arranged marriage or this. He says, no, he actually always has the same room in a hotel that has a balcony, and he had a habit of going out on the balcony, looking down and thinking and dreaming. And he says he always dreamt that he would ask her in that balcony. So, folks, he asked her in that balcony. I believe the city was New York City.
Well.
I didn't get to see it, but if you got to see it, I'm sure you enjoyed it, right?
You know, I heard a strange story. I don't know if it's true, but apparently Aishwarya first had to get married to a tree because, well, she's Mangalik like I am, so that makes it very hard for, you know, marriages to be successful, according to the scripture, so that she could have a normal wedding when it came time. So, you know, that's what's missing in my life. Apparently, I need to marry a tree first.
So, can you marry a tree first and then wait for the guy to come?
Apparently that's how it works. So I need to read up and get more instructions. But if you've noticed that there have been a lot more Indians lately in the news or in your TV shows or in your movies, it's not just you. It really is a growing trend. You know, not just because of Slumdog Millionaire, but there are 3 movies that came out in the Toronto Film Festival. I just want to mention them so that people who are interested can wait for these when they come out. The Waiting City, which is about an Australian couple who come to India to adopt a baby. And it's all about all their trials and tribulations. The second one is called Cooking with Stella. This one sounds interesting to me because it's all about the complex interface between urban Indian households and their domestic staff. Shot in Canada. I think it sounds pretty interesting. And then, of course, the last one is called Google Baby, which is basically travels across 3 countries, the U.S., Israel, and India, and it's all about global surrogacy. It's a new industry, of course, that's taking shape. And then, of course, on TV, if you're watching the shows, here's a few to keep your eye out on. Top Chef. We had our first chef last year, Radhika Desai, but This year we have Preeti Mistry, who is also a Top Chef candidate. On My Antonio, for those of you that like to watch smut on TV, there's two Indians, two on that show. Tanya Mehra, who is an aspiring model, and Anju McIntyre, who is a party planner and dancer.
Well, folks, that's about all we have for you.
You know, I had a lot of fun today. It was actually nice to sit and just talk about interesting topics and not worry about the heavy stuff for one day. We'll come back to that next week.
In the meantime, you all have a wonderful weekend.
Namaste.
Namaste.